Now recording.
Silence.
That was refreshing.
That was. Right, so some of you had missed the rest of it, but you had exorcised the spirit haunting the house of Thalavar, and a few more days had passed. You've made friends with Father Drugel, who is... Father Drugel? Hello there, Father Drugel here. And he'd cast the ceremony spell to purge the spirit. And then about a week or so had passed, and then the Growler has summoned you to the town hall, which is looking considerably much more patched up than it was previously. And so you are summoned to appear. What was that sketch? You were summoned to appear upon pain of death. Remember that? Everything was upon pain of death. Blackadder, was it?
So.
You have to appear upon pain of death. So you turn up ready for work, eager, and the Growler is there with only her and the priest, the young hobbit priest. And she says, she's supposed to be Welsh, but I keep forgetting how to do a Welsh accent. She's like, all right there, boyos. What we have here is... now she's gone all there. She's turned into the witch. What we have here is a case of missing patrol. It seems to be just up your alley. You've been the new Swords of Leilon. They had the Avengers and then the New Avengers. I really wanted to play the New Avengers theme tune when I said that. Now, this patrol was headed down south. It's just a regular patrol down by the Mere of the Dead Men. But because of the problems we've been having with both the undead and the Storm Lord's men, we assume that there's going to be something afoot, as the patrol has just completely gone missing.
Have they just not came back, or were they supposed to check in somewhere?
They were overdue. We waited a couple of days to see if they would had just been held up, but no, there's been no sign. So we need somebody to go out, Casting Shanks's pony, and go and have a look and see.
What kind of undead are we talking about?
Just in general, you've met zombies, you've met things like that. Zombies, there was a spectre knocking about, but I mean, that was Darren's. I don't know if you're going to tell anybody that.
Well, yeah, doesn't they know that was...
that was my spectre.
Yeah.
Watch out for the ectoplasm.
Well, the Mere of Dead Men is a well-known haunt for the undead, basically. There's a lot of castles and ruined villages and things like that have been swallowed by the Maya, and quite often adventurers go there in search of, like, booty, or just go there for the joy of killing undead, frankly.
Don't like dead things.
He does not at all.
They should die easier, though.
You have... I don't know how to update. Right, you have a map of the Sword Coast with Leilon and Phandalin marked on it.
Yeah.
And they weren't patrolling through the Mere of Dead Men, they were patrolling the main road running down the side of the Mere of the Dead Men. Because you don't send regularly scheduled patrols into the Mere of the Dead Men.
One past Leilon.
Yeah. Just to the south of Leilon.
I can't see it on the map. I haven't got that map.
Click on your maps, Davey.
I've got it twice now.
Yeah, I've reshared it. The old one had a button that said sync player view, and I am trying to find it. All I can find is stop sharing sheet, so you might get it a few times. Yeah. So
stop sharing sheet with everybody.
Stop sharing the sheet.
Oh, God. Now I've got Wonder Boy in my head.
I've just thought about that. Just remember, though, Darren, that it's not the greatest song in the world.
Yeah.
It's certainly not.
It's a good one for karaoke, though.
They'd also, the players that had not run away in abject terror last week had been back to Aubrey's, and Aubrey had got a new shipment, darling, but he only had another tribute, which was another trinket, which was some kind of claw of a rare beast, apparently.
Did anybody take it up, buy it, or?
No, nobody seemed interested in Aubrey's little bargains, darlings.
Hello.
Hello.
Usually.
I can hear you.
No.
Andy, are you there still as well?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? Oh, there's Craig just dropped.
I think Craig, it went a bit funny for him.
Yes. So that's the thing. She's like, well, that's kind of what we pay you for. I'm going to have to go onto YouTube and learn how to do a Welsh accent now. But that's what we pay you for, boys, isn't it? Go and have a look down there. See, I've gone Somerset again.
Fair enough. Can Dougal come with us?
No, he can't come with you. No, there's 5 of you, I'm afraid, Dave. So you really only get the NPC henchman for special occasions. Right. So, is there anything you want to do in town? Is there any questions you have for anybody?
I'm happy just to go and forget what accent I'm doing and go down and see what's going on with the dead. To get on with the job. There we go.
Aye, me too.
And Andy's like, well, just leave me one of the sending stones and keep us updated by text. Right, so the Growler gives you the information. There's 4 soldiers missing, including a private Vesta, who is apparently a friend of one of the council men. It's a full 2 days late. She pulls out a raggedy map and lays it out on the table and shows you the patrol road, but it basically runs down south of Leilon and then they turn around and come back up. It's an effort to make sure that the town's not invaded by rampaging undead. Apparently rampaging elementals is too much, so...
Were they walking or did they have horses?
They were walking, I believe. See, now you're asking.
Right. Do we know how far they were supposed to be going down before they turned around, or...?
They were supposed to head down about 25 miles, which is roughly 5 hexes.
Okay.
No, they were just walking. Of course, that's not mentioned in the text anywhere, of course. That's the first thing a player asks. But it's not mentioned in the text. I had to go and look at the description for something else to see if there was just any horses or tack or anything that was described. No, so they were walking.
Fair enough.
So we should be able to pick up the trail, really, shouldn't we?
Yeah, it should be quite straightforward to pick the trail up, yeah. Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello?
So you just pack your gear up and head out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Dobbin.
Yeah, Davy's got Dobbin. I believe, have the rest of you bought horses now, or have you...
We had horses about 3 weeks ago.
You had
I can't remember what we
some
did with them.
horses. Bracey still was riding his dog. Andy had a horse. You had a horse. I don't think Rick's got a horse.
No, I'm very short.
No, we all. Well, Rick must have been on saddlebacking with someone because when we first got a Leilon, if you remember, we all had to dismount.
Did we not nick them from that?
You nicked the horses from the guys who were there to kill the dragon.
Aye. Yeah, but when we first got a Leilon, when the undead were attacking them, if you remember, we all dismounted from our horses.
Yeah, so you have horses. Are you taking them with you, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
If Dave's taking Dobbin, I'm taking whatever my horse is called.
It's just that if you have to end up in the swamp, it might be relatively difficult to actually lead horses through a swamp.
We're going to end up with like a never-ending story situation, aren't we?
What, riding on the back of Falco?
No, like our horse getting dragged through the quicksand and then sinking, and me getting permanently scarred as a child.
I don't know. I'm just saying. If that is indeed what would happen, then you're quite. Are you taking the horses, yeah, or not?
Oh, no, I don't want to put myself through that again.
I'll leave Neddy at home.
We'll have to get Eric on our shoulders if we're going through the swamp.
I'll leave Dobbin behind.
That's true, actually.
Right, so you have to put Dobbin somewhere else special. We haven't decided yet. He's got his own place out by the settler camp because he can't.
Where he hotboxes it, just gets baked.
Where he can't.
I'm not going in no backpack.
Where he can't upset the other horses.
I'm not going in a backpack, you little wee shite.
It's not even the right. I meant to do Yorkshire. I can't remember how to do it.
I can't remember how to do.
I'm not going in backpack.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
You great,
I was.
you great Wazzock. I'm not going in backpack. You great Wazzock.
I was trying to do Welsh for because that's what they do in The Witcher for them. But right, so you head down the road on presumably you head straight out. It's morning, so you've got a good day's worth of hiking in front of you. Is this correct?
Oh, I love a good hike. I do.
Now Sengo's gone Welsh. Right, you
see them
hike.
houses on their hill.
You hike south down the road. The day goes easy, and it comes to about 2:00 in the afternoon, and you do run across an area just on the edge of the Mere of the Dead Men, roughly where the soldiers about there. Actually, can I do a control? Yeah. So you get to that part there. You see that the wet earth appears to be dug up, and there's a broken cart nearby.
Can I cast Detect Magic? See if there's anything particularly.
You can
Resonant.
cast Detect Magic. Right. So you cast Detect Magic.
Do you?
Yeah. So the ground's all churned up. There's a broken cart half buried in the mud towards the direction of the swamp.
And I'll check for tracks. I mean,
All right. Make me a survival check. Is anybody else doing anything?
I will.
Percy, Andy, are you doing anything as you come upon this scene?
Oh, sorry, hang on. Draw me bow.
I'll give him a pencil.
Thank you very much, dear.
Oh.
And,
The puns are
That really took me far too long.
That was class.
the puns are thick and fast tonight, aren't they?
and generally have a look about to see if there's anything out the ordinary.
Right, we'll make it an investigation check there. Percy, what about you?
I look for a small beast to talk to,
A small beast to talk to.
like a frog, something like that. You know, that might have seen something.
Okay, I would say that's pretty likely that you see a small frog sitting watching you with some interest. It sort of does the noise and then eats a fly.
I also want to check for tracks, please.
Right, I'll have a chat with it.
Survival for tracking or investigate if you're searching the area. Do we like these new
Well,
rules?
The dice is very aggressive.
Yeah, they're like really fly across the screen.
Neither.
Sengo, as you you check for traps, Dave checks for traps.
I didn't find anything with magic, did I?
There's
Not
nothing
traps,
magical.
rocks.
Tracks, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said traps.
Oh, that was nice.
Ethical, you find that well, that was intimidation. So this frog looks really scared. It's like,
You will talk, you little bastard.
he's like rabbit.
just like talk, you little green bastard.
You slimy little bastard, you.
Right,
Yeah, it's going to be talk or you're going to croak.
right. Ethical, you have a cursory search, but all you do find is a broken sword blade that is jammed into the mud. And right, Rick. So you obviously rolled the wrong skill and intimidated somebody.
I meant to
Talk
roll
to the frog. Who
investigation.
sent you?
Investigation was 16, so it wasn't terrible.
Rick, you find a number of buttons from a jacket that has the regimental mark on for the Leylon soldiery.
Okay.
Dave and Senghor, 14. You find an obvious track leading to the west, deeper into the mire of the dead men. Wow, there's a surprise, huh?
How fresh are they?
Right, Weerab, you talk to this frog who looks incredibly intimidated at the sight of Rick waving his warhammer at him and in a threatening manner. What do you ask this frog?
Did he see what happened to this cart and the people?
You better have seen what happened.
Right, I will say on an 11 or higher on a D20 he saw what happened. Wow! That dice totally flew across the screen at a rapid rate. I threw the D20 and it literally bounced off every wall. He says, no.
Well, then hop it. You're no good.
Okay. Are you not going to take him as a pet? Because forest gnomes always take pets, so you're not going to take a pet frog.
Got me dog.
You've got your dog.
Can't turn into a bloody battle frog, can I?
Right, okay. Andy, you understand this as well, so he's sitting there looking interestedly at Weerab, but unfortunately he's like, he looks at you for a little while, and then obviously since you seem to have lost interest in him, he hops off.
I'm holding out for a badger.
A badger. Okay. Right, Senghor, you were tracking. Right, there's a large number of tracks apparent. You got 14. Davey got a.
How fresh do they look?
They do seem quite fresh. However, they are in a swamp. Dave, most of them are made by bipedal lizards of some kind, and you see that there are some booted prints the size of humans.
I say it looks like some like upright bipedal lizards. So I assume lizard men and women.
Dragonbone.
because they look quite fresh, Craig, but Dave, you also notice there are some strange ruts in the mud that look like dual-tracked sleds. They're deep enough that the sleds are probably pulling a great deal of weight.
Looks like they're dragging some kind of sledge.
Can I see any signs of human footprints anywhere going off into the mud?
Yeah, you did see some.
I'm guessing the humans have been put on the sledge.
I saw some booted tracks, so unless they were dragging wounded.
Is there any evidence of a struggle, Rich, like in the tracks?
Yes, definitely. There's definitely signs of a struggle. There's also, you do find when you're poking around in this campsite, some blood stains, and it's red like human blood. But whatever these lizard things are, it could possibly. They may have red blood or not. Right, Rick, as you are stepping back from this frog, giving it the evil eye and menacingly waving your war axe about, there's a sort of sickening, squishy noise, and you lift your foot up, and there's sort of a semi-translucent goo across the top of one of these ruts that you've plunged into, and you sort of pull your foot off and go, ugh, and like wipe it off onto the grass.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I know what it is?
You can roll in nature as well.
Well, this is
I like the look of that.
Trev.
which didn't work, and that's which was an
Wow. Right.
It got a hell of a speed, though.
You don't think it's magical. It does, however, seem to resemble this. Start again. It resembles the trail of slimy snails, but it's a lot bigger. Whereas all the snails you've seen, Mr. Natural 20 there.
It's a giant snail trail.
Yeah.
She's been wiping the cock on the floor.
I'd have to be a giant to matter about that.
No, there's no chicken tracks, Craig.
Very well.
So Dave is like down on one knee and sort of poking at the soft mud and saying, yeah, it's quite an obvious trail that leads that way to the west. Craig can confirm this.
Yes, I
What's
can.
the weather like at the minute, Rich? Is it if it's a mare, is it foggy or can we see for a bit or what?
It's kind of sunny with light clouds. Fucking things they should put in the scenario. Are they on horses? What the fuck's the weather like? I don't know what the fucking weather's like. Give me a horn weather table and I'll just roll 18 D100s and I'll tell you.
Give us a minute, I can do that.
Yeah, sunny, slightly overcast. But the swamp, you're right on the edge of the swamp. It's got that low hanging sort of mist over it, and it smells quite bad, quite sulphury. And it looks like it's going to get wet and soggy following this trail into the swamp.
Nice.
Sango, I think you should get that retractable pole out to test for quicksand on the way.
Okay then.
So you get your flick pole out, press the button, out pops the pole.
Of course, that means he has to go first, though.
He goes first anyway.
I was going to say, there's no change there, is there?
So you don't want to hide in the back.
That's an idea. I'll keep the back covered.
Yeah, that's a surprise. Is there anything else the rest of you want to do then? As Dave does his little pointer impression like a beagle.
There you go, one weather table.
I think we're going to have to go and follow these tracks into the swamp.
Are you all okay with this?
Yeah, we'll have to.
What did I miss?
Rick actually settled on a accent for starters.
Only at the moment.
Yeah. He said, I guess we'll have to swap. I'm going to. Oh, Sean Connery, no. I guess we'll have to follow these tracks into the swamp.
I'm not sure what we're looking for. That went Irish.
I don't suppose, with this being a mare, there's like clumps of rushes about the place, is there?
I would imagine there are, yes.
Right, because there is a way, apparently, so I'm told, of using rushes to wave yourself like the marsh equivalent of a snowshoe. But I've no idea what skill that would come under.
Survival, lads, yeah.
Yeah, that's survival.
Anybody mind if I have a go?
No, go for it. I'd say that's...
You wiki yourself some shoes, boy.
I'll keep it on with my +6 survival.
I would say it's probably DC 15, which is hard. 10's average, 15's hard.
I'll give it a roll.
So,
Wow.
What we're doing, making shoes.
Yeah. Ethical manages to basket weave himself a pair of snowshoes type of thing.
Do I get some? as well?
Yes, so there are.
It's a DC 15 because it's hard, but not impossible.
No shoes.
So do I must get them then.
Well,
It's Ash, yeah.
Bastards.
since I've managed to make a pair, can I make a pair for Wayrab as well? Because it should be easier making the second pair.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage if you help Rab to make his pair. Yeah, that would.
What do you mean, knit one per one?
Yeah.
Wait.
Without any with Etigal's guidance, Rab, you manages to weave yourself a pair of shoes. So it's just Rick who almost made it. So he's got a pair, but
Can I make some? Can I make him some or help repair his floundered ones?
Rick's kind of awful at survival. So yeah, so
I'm gonna. Can I roll with advantage since I'm being nice?
You can, yes. Those D20s just flew off my screen there. A 23. Right, it makes you the most awesome pair of wicker shoes that you've ever seen in your life, Rick.
They're like loafers.
Like pimp shoes
Loafers.
made out of wood.
Mia loafers.
Well, thank you very much. That's grand.
You're welcome, little laddie.
It's like, that was a good attempt, Rick, but they've actually got to be bigger than your feet.
Yeah, you try to make a pair of shoes, it actually comes out as quite a pleasant hat. Right then, so
I'm thinking with a bit of luck, if there's any of them sort of rolls for like crossing dodgy terrain, with a bit of luck, these might help us avoid them.
yeah, it would be classed as difficult ground to walk through a swamp. So yes, it will negate the fact that it's difficult swampy ground.
Champion.
Right, so basket weaving class is finished. It's now around 4 p.m. Are you pushing out into the swamp?
What time does it get dark?
About 8, we will say.
Or do you think it's worth camping by the side of the road and going in first thing in the morning?
When we've got all day in the light.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Probably better off camping, not in a swamp.
You're a tortoise.
What? I'm not.
Right, so you're setting up camp for the night then, and then heading off in the morning, is that correct?
I believe so, yes. Why does it say GM Badger?
Because that's my GM handle.
He likes to harass people.
That's just because there's Etrigal the Badger as well, so that's why.
Aye, but Richie's smoke badger.
Forgot about that.
Right, so good old-fashioned D&D, 1 in 6 chance of encounter. You spend a pleasant evening and no ones are rolled so that nothing disturbs your pleasant sleep, unless it's Rab and Etigal doing a duet on the bagpipes.
Shall we?
Oh, yes.
I'm not having that.
It's a great way to wake up with a morning.
Rick's like, can I interest you in some cheese? As everybody starts pulling bits of cheese off and stuffing it in their ears.
Stuffing my beard in my ears.
Oh, dear.
Oh no.
Really wake up alarm.
Right, well, as you can see by the rolls, the pair of them are on usual standards, so they make an absolute horrendous racket, possibly frightening off anything within the mere of the dead men for miles around. It certainly can be heard for miles around, so if there's anything hungry nearby, they've certainly alerted it. But you manage to wake up to the sound of morning bagpipes, well rested and unmolested overnight.
I'm not surprised we're unmolested. Maybe they heard them play the bagpipes before.
It's like
them boys are being molested enough.
there's like two orcs sitting in a bush going, "Do you think we should attack them?" And he goes, "No, I don't know what they're doing to that dragon, but it doesn't sound like it's enjoying it."
I think they've been attacked enough.
Poor little buggers.
Right, so you head back to the camp. The trail has faded somewhat, it being a squishy swamp, but because of the enormous tracks that you found, Dave, the ruts, you can't actually follow it even though it's a swamp. But I will need some tracking checks from you. Is anyone helping them track, or are you going, go on, Dave, get out in front then?
I'll help them track. I've got good survival skills.
Yeah, well, Dave can roll with advantage if he's getting help. Go on then, Dave. 16. Ooh, so you spend the first 4 hours. I assume you start out at like dawn, daybreak. You spend the first 4 hours following through the swamp. Occasionally it goes through shallow water, but because of the size of the trail, you skirt around the outside and you can easily pick it up. Can I have another tracking roll, please?
From Dave or me?
Dave's doing the tracking with advantage.
Yeah, boy.
Ooh, 25.
Natural 20.
Yes. Dave, you're absolutely on on point here. You actually make better time. So instead of it being a 4-hour segment, it only actually takes you 2.5 hours. So now it's up to like 12:30 during the day.
It's good.
He's called Shash Tonto.
Yeah. And you've now progressed a good like 2 hexes into the Mere of Dead Men. You where the M in men is. And the trail leads to the west towards the D. Head towards the normal D. So can you make me a final survival roll, please? Tracking. An 8. Oh,
Now we're lost.
Not so good, Dave. Right, so you're following the tracks and you think you lose them for a second. You take a detour to the left, but... Right, so even with the 3 of you helping, you seem to lose the trail and you say, right, hang on, we're going to have to spread out a bit. And so you sort of spread out 10 or 15 feet apart and you search around the outside.
I'll stay with somebody.
Can you all make me some nature checks, please?
Nature.
Nature.
Nature, I'm proficient, so let's see.
Wow, there's so many dice getting hurled across my screen.
Ah, they do smack across, don't they?
They got a phew.
I kept expecting them to fly out of the top of the monitor and like bonkers on the top of the head.
They do like when I first did it was like, do you know, when you first shoot off a pinball in a pinball machine,
Yeah.
the proper like pings up.
Right, so we Rab and Shashelian, you're on either side of this line as you fanned out to try and re-pick the trail up. And then there's a strange smell. You both recognise it, and it's swamp gas. And
Oh, sorry lads, must have been something I ate in the swamp.
you realise that it's flammable swamp gas on either side of you.
Particularly deadly.
Particularly deadly.
Particularly deadly, you little wee bastard.
I'll move back to the party.
Right, as you move back together, there is a sucking sound and what appears to be like part of the swamp near you sort of not collapses but sort of goes in on itself and the water kind of drains away. And let me just share the map.
Pull the weapons out.
Right, so as you are, Dave, you jump to the side just in time to avoid getting your leg sucked into this vicious quicksand. And you're moving together in this line here. Don't know who's in what order, but...
Have you shared a map, Chris? Because I haven't got it.
No, I'm about to do it now.
Oh.
There's a low growling noise. And...
I see my growler.
Yeah, this is one of those auto-generated things. Right, there's a low growling noise, and this is the sight that you see emerging from the swamp.
What the?
Oh, I tell you what, that map's a pretty map, isn't it?
So I'm just going to put everybody actually on a square. Right, Dave, you were on the outside line there, and you said you just started moving in towards each other. I'll just mark it as a trap because I have a handy thing. There's a quicksand pit that's right next to Dave that he almost stepped into. And this noise and slithering as giant swamp gators come towards you. Druids, you can now have giant swamp gator as your added to your shape change.
Oh.
Champion.
Initiative, roll all initiatives. Round 1. Right, Shashelian, you go first.
Can you bring up the combat tracker, please?
The combat tracker's there, the crossroads, in the top right hand corner.
Oh, sorry.
I'm setting last. I'm last.
I think we should focus the giant crocodile.
Right, well, it lumbers towards you to coming to attack. You seem to have stumbled into its hunting ground.
I'm just away from keyboard for a second.
Okay. Right, Shash, what do? You focusing it and shooting at it?
Yeah.
Right. Quick as a flash, you whip your bow out. Go on, roll the hit. I believe in you, Shash. I believe you can hit. I can believe you can shoot the gate. No misses. Right, but you are using multi-attack, so undeterred by your miss, you shoot again. Oh, it's a good hit. Roll your damage. Right, there's a great big arrow sticks into the giant crocodile. It bounces off its scaly back. It doesn't seem to have caused too much damage. Do you want to do anything for your bonus action and your movement? Normally you would be on difficult terrain because that would be like double cost to move. What I'll say is you can move one less square because you're wearing your reed boots, so it's not quite as bad as it was. So you're only losing 5 feet of movement per round.
Yeah, I'll just move up alongside.
Right, okay then. We Rab McTavish.
Right. I will cast.
Actually, there's two types. There's normal crocodiles and giant crocodiles. So you can now change into either a crocodile or a giant crocodile.
Yeah, I cast Entangle
Okay? What?
on which one's a cross giant? Giant's probably going to be stronger than
Just lining the tokens up with squares. You cast it on the giant crocodile.
on the giant crocodile.
Yeah, roll the cast thing.
Did it?
Does it have a cast button or not?
Yeah, it does, but can't target it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to target it.
Yeah.
Right, so it's saved, so it's not immobilized. However, it's now in difficult terrain. I believe that is what it does. Is that correct?
Possibly.
A 20-foot square starting with which point in range?
What do you mean?
Like, what square are you casting it on?
The very first square closest to me. Like actually on top of the crocodile. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of like one down and one across.
Okay.
So it's going to have to go through a lot of difficult terrain to get to us.
Right, I've got you. No bother. I am just trying to draw a 20-foot square because that is kind of big. Yeah, that's a 20-foot square, mind.
Uh-huh.
So there.
So down one whole square and another half a square.
So there. Nice. Yeah, got you.
If we were charging into it, will that affect us as well?
Yes.
So if we engage the other three while that's fucking around, it might buy us some time.
Okay.
Nice thinking. Right. So the weeds and the creepers and the vines and the reeds all grow up and like fingers reaching from the ground grab hold of the crocodile. But it due to its great strength, it manages to break itself free. It thrashes its head backwards and forwards. Is there any other actions you want to take this turn?
No, I'm just going to concentrate on holding that pretty spell.
Right. The giant crocodile is going to attempt. It moves only 15, so and its range is 5 feet. Right, so it gets to the edge of the entangled, but it's literally 2 feet out of range as its jaws snaps towards you, but it's not able to actually reach you this turn.
Ooh, fuck sticks.
Mr. Badger the Knuckle.
Right. Whereabouts is this swamp, Gus?
All around you. The whole area is surrounded by the swamp gas. The place smells pretty bad anyway, but Dave and whoever else it was, it went, oh, this is the flammable swamp gas. It's like literally everywhere.
Right. All right, I was just checking.
You were going to set fire to it, weren't you?
No, never crossed my mind.
Well, you still can.
Yeah, but how much damage would we take?
There's only one way to find out.
Oh, well, hang on. Wait a minute, I just need to check something. Just need to... Hang on. Did you say that crocodile is now about 2.5 feet away?
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Q. No, that's not good.
Do you wish to hold your action for now while you think about what you want to do?
Yes, I shall hold my action for now. That's not going to work what I was thinking of.
Right, okay.
It would have done, but where I am.
So we're going to focus as one on one of the ordinary crocodiles.
Not if that one's moving right behind us. It's pretty much broken out. It's going to be attacking us on its next turn.
Sengo, you're up next. Etigal wiggles his fingers. It looks like he was going to cast something flammable, and then he seems to have changed his mind. So it's your turn.
Well, this one's breaking out of Bracy's trap, isn't it, really?
Yes, he didn't manage to restrain it, but it is slowed it right down.
I'm raging.
Okay.
And let's just click the rage. And I'm also going again. Fucking berserk, you cunt. And I do feel as though we need to deal with this big one that's right on us rather than the smaller ones that's not right on us.
You weren't right there. You weren't right in the square there.
So, right, sorry.
No, it's all right. That's what I'm saying. Just move it with the mouse key.
So, I mean, obviously...
You rage, you charge.
My sword, because that's a lizard, it's only dragons in it. Or is this dragon kind?
It's not dragon kind, no.
Right, okay then. So, I'm going to...
Big axe?
No, well, this still takes more damage. I'm just checking to see if I've got my shield on. I can't take off my shield because I've done my action already, haven't I?
No, you can take your shield off. It's a free action. Not a free action, it's a minor action to change one weapon. So you can sling your shield, no problem.
Right, I'm going to take off my shield because I'm raging, which does drop me thingy. But I'm gonna use like the two-handed attack on it.
Right, so if you're stepping forward to attack, it's got a held attack as well. It'll get to bite you back.
Seems about right.
Yeah, so you step like 1 square forward, yeah, to the edge of the entangle and lay about the crocodile. The crocodile attempts to bite you. You do a minor cut to it. Right. Its massive jaws open and it hits. You take 14 damage.
Is that just 7 though?
It automatically does it. It says there, look, partially resisted, damage 7. So you take half the damage.
Yeah.
The problem is it does a grapple effect with its bite.
Well, I've still got a move, so I can try and stab it to get out of it.
Right, well, what you can do is you can either attack it and remain grappled. You're automatically grappled, or you can make it's a DC 16 strength check to break free. So you have been grappled by the crocodile.
Do you know when you say DC 16, does that mean I have to roll 16 or above to get out?
That's right, yes. It's a strength. It's a strength
And
check.
would that be me move?
No, that would be one of your attacks to break out.
Oh, that's what I'm
Or you can
right,
basically be in its jaws and still strike out.
Oh.
You got had advantage as well. Right, so your muscles bulge as you try to pull its jaws open, but unfortunately you remain grappled.
The complete
You know the way-
set of bastards.
You know the way crocodiles grab you and then do death rolls?
I like tap my arm off now.
Yeah, it's like, "Arr."
You bastard.
Right, so because it's facing Sengo, I'm going to roll against Etigal and Rick. Rick, you are 1 to 3.
Okay.
That'll be nice.
As per usual, it's Rick. Right, so the tail lashes round Rick. You're 10 feet away, but it does have a 10 feet reach with its tail. So as it lashes round, it says, "Where's me targets?" And the tail lashes out. It hits, of course it hits. You take 17 damage.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh, Rick.
right. You're knocked physically back, but you don't fall over.
Okay.
You succeeded at your strength roll. Right, Sengo, you've used your attack, your bonus action, and your tertiary action, so that's the end of your turn. Right, Rick, it's your turn.
Right.
You are 10 foot away, so if you want to melee, you'll have to close on it. It can thrash its tail about behind it, though.
What, it can do another attack?
No, it's done its attack for this turn.
Alright, okay. I'm going to cast Staggering Smite,
That sounds quite scary.
which is... Save versus... I think if I hit it. Basically, it'll give me more damage.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going to...
You cast your evil soul-sucking warlock magic on it.
Slightly different one, but yeah. Bloody hell, this is why I shouldn't do things in the dark. Right, which one's targeting?
Control and click on the mob, yeah.
Have I targeted it, you know?
And then untarget it, then retarget it again. You're doing it twice, just do it once. There you are.
Okay. Right, okay, so then I just use my battle axe. I'll do it like this, because...
Oh, it's a good hit.
Right, so I get 1d8 plus 4 slashing magic,
Yeah.
which is nice. But I also get, from the Staggering Smite, 4d6 psychic damage.
Ouch! Roll is 46. Yeesh. It's another 15
And the
damage.
target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is what is 11. On a failed save, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
A 1. Right. So it has disadvantage.
Advantage on its attack rolls and ability checks. Obviously, it won't be doing those, and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn. So it should be a little bit less nasty. It's a high level one. I don't have many slots, but it seemed important at the moment.
Right. Disadvantage attacks and checks.
Yeah, and can't use reactions
Okay. I think I can use this and drag it on top.
until the end of its
Yes,
next turn.
it should work automatically. Awesome sauce. Well, right. If it doesn't do it, we'll sort it out, but it should automatically roll disadvantage. Right. Is that the end of your turn there, Rick?
Yeah, I did a bonus.
Okay. Crocodile
Rick has broken the
1.
dragon.
Crocodile 1 runs to attack Andy as it slithers across. It hits, doing a tiny little bite, Andy.
A nibble.
A nibble. But you are grappled. So on your turn, you can try and make a strength check. Words hard. It's only a DC 12 strength check, though, Andy, for you to get out of it. Because crocodiles are wee. Crocodile 2 is going to run up and attack wee Rab. And he goes nom nom as he bites you. And misses. Nice. Crocodile 3 is going to run over and attack Shash. 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Because they're in swamp, they can move fast enough.
Doesn't he go into that trap then?
Yeah, but he's a crocodile, he can swim. It's not a trap, it's like quicksand, but they can just swim through it. So he bites out at you, Dave. He hits. Take 3 damage, and you're also grappled. Right, that is the end of the turn. Shash Elian.
Can I shoot this giant crocodile while I'm being grappled, or am I just being fantasist there?
You can, but you're going to be at disadvantage.
Sorry to interrupt. For some reason, my mic had muted there. I didn't take my held action.
Oh, that is very true. What would you like to do, Edigal?
What's the whole AFK?
Right. I'm not actually grappled, am I?
You are, yes,
Oh, yes, I am.
because it hit.
Right. So if I try and break the grapple, is that good? That's going to use up my action this turn, isn't it?
Yes, it's a DC 12 strength check, and you're very, very strong. So you'll do that Tarzan thing where you grab its jaws and sort of wedge them apart.
Right. Well, we'll have a go at that.
An 8. You had +4 and you rolled an 8. Actually, have you got any bonus from athletics? Because that's like weight running and jumping and weightlifting and things like that.
From athletics, I've got +4 from athletics.
Oh no, that's the same as your strength then. So no, you're still grappled, unfortunately. You do have your bonus action though, if there's anything you want to do. No, it's all right. Right.
It's all right.
It's only a wee nibble.
Aye.
Right, Shash, you can fire at the giant crocodile with disadvantage if you want.
I'll go for it.
So you're going to remain grappled by the crocodile.
All right, I'll try and break the hold the crocodile's got on us.
Right, you can either make a strength check or an athletics check, depending on what you have that's better. But that will take up your action.
But it's a strength check. I'll go for
A 9. Wow. Again, the crocodile holds on with its jaws and does that death rolly thing. Is there anything you like to do for your bonus action and your reaction? Because you can like change your weapon or...
I'll change my weapons from a sword.
Right. So you pull your sword out. No bother.
That crocodile not standing in the trap though.
It's not a trap. It's quicksand. It's just...
Yes, so is it not sinking?
No, it's a crocodile. It's got better swim speed. It's got better swim. It swam across it. It's got better swim speed than water speed. We Rab McTavish.
For a spell. Are all these crocodiles roughly lined up at the same point in front of us?
Yeah, they're exactly where they are on the map.
I think I might cast Wall of Fire straight along in front of us.
It's going to set off all the flammable gases, mind.
Or shall I cast Wall of Fire? Not how big the swamp was. I was just thinking,
Do you cast Wall of Fire?
yeah, it probably will blow us off the pieces.
Right, then take it.
Tiefling right now.
It might give them a shock and they might leg it.
Oh, they'll get a shot, all right.
All right.
Whoosh!
Drop and roll, lads. We all know the drill.
I stop, drop, and roll.
Well, hopefully, me and Sengo are further behind.
I'm in the mandibles of a fucking giant crocodile.
Well, swamp gas, Richie.
Very.
As I recognise what it was, do I think this'll, if I cast Wall of Fire, will it go up in our faces?
It certainly has. It has a chance.
That's yes.
No, it has a chance. I'm being honest.
Gone for it, Bracey.
Fuck it. Wall of Fire. Woof! All 3 crocodiles in front of us.
Right, target all 3 crocodiles and then roll for damage. Right.
It's got to be like Iron Man.
There's an enormous explosion. How much? You're really not going to like this. How much damage does Wall of Fire do?
5d8.
Right. So everything. Right. Roll a d6 and a 1 to 2. The gas ignites. If it does, everything on the map takes double that damage. Everything. Yeah, so Bracey may have TPK'd the entire party. So roll a d6. If you get a 1 or 2, the gas ignites. Did you see it roll across that 2 and then land on the 6?
Yeah. You know how go.
Wow. Right. So
Steel.
target them and then not. You've got the giant crocodile targeted as well. I'll just click that off. Right, now you should be able to roll the damage or do the cast for the Wall of Fire. Right, 1 failure, 2 successes. Roll the damage.
So I was holding my breath though.
All right, Crocodile 3, because they're only crocodiles, Bracey. Right,
yeah.
Crocodile 3 bursts into flame and dies. Crocodile 2 looks seriously burned. Crocodile 1 looks seriously burned. And it looks like
they smell like chicken.
They do smell like chicken.
Salty chicken.
Hungry.
Right. Is that your action then, Mr. I'm going to cast Wall of Fire on normal crocodiles?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe the fire stays up as well, doesn't it?
I'm just reading.
Isn't it like 60 feet long or something?
60 foot long?
Jesus Christ, man.
60
will it
foot
take-
long, 20 foot high, and 1 foot thick.
So it's going to attack damage off them next go and all in it.
Right, that's your wall of fire.
Yeah.
Do you want it there?
Burn, motherfucker!
Yeah. And how long does it last for?
1 minute.
6 rounds, so you have to roll another 5 rounds to see if you explode and kill everybody.
Hell.
Right.
Seriously? Oh,
Yes,
no.
this is
I can drop it if I want.
right, but that'll be an action. So on your next turn, you can drop it.
Yeah.
Right, if it's just
After
stop
successfully rolling a
concentration, that's
D6.
a free. That's a free action to stop concentrating.
Is it?
I only know this because I literally looked it up this afternoon for the game I was playing.
That sucks because I really want to basically blow everybody up, especially because you were egging them on. You're like, yeah, go on, Brissy. Boom, everybody dies.
Get to the chopper.
Right, so what are you doing with your remaining? You've got a bonus action and you've got your tertiary action. Are you doing anything else?
If I keep it up till the next turn, am I going to have to roll again?
Yeah, as soon as there's a new turn, you have to roll.
Right. I'll drop it then.
Right, okay. World's worst use of a wall of fire spell. Right, so there's a brief flash of flame. There's some popping noises as some of the gas ignites. Like you all sort of go, hold your breath, and then Brissy drops it, and nothing's happening. You go, whoa, and let your breath out.
Even the giant crocodile's like.
The giant crocodile's like, Jesus Christ.
Like, me and the giant crocodile look at each other and sort of like, God, whew.
Right, it's giant crocodile turn. Right, so he's also now going to restrain you, Craig. Oh, I've actually just restrained Rick. Sorry about that, Rick.
It's always me.
Right, no, he's restrained you, Craig, and he's running with advantage on his bite because he's got you already in his jaws, but he's got disadvantage from Darren, so that's just a normal roll. Oh, so instead of getting a nat 20, he gets a 13.
Excellent.
So he chews upon you like a dog chewing a chew toy, but doesn't do any more damage. And right, I'm going to roll again. 1 to 3 is Rick. 4 to 6 is Etigal for the tail as the tail whips
I
about.
already know what will happen.
Yeah. No, Etigal, you get caught by this thrashing tail.
So he still
Isn't Erigal in the mandibles of that other tiger? Crocodile.
Yeah, but the tail's just lashing about left and right, so he's not like specifically attacking anybody with it.
So it's like a comedy sketch. He's already getting eaten, and then the get fuck off tail comes and twats him on the head.
Right, it does a total of 8 damage as you get lashed on the back of the head, Andy.
And that'll be undodgeable because I'm being chewed by another crocodile.
Yes, you're grappled, so you can't dodge or anything.
Right.
Terrible, those swamp tigers.
Right, so technically you would fall down. So you've lost your footing, but the other crocodile's got a hold of you, so you haven't quite fell over yet, because the tail sweep has knocked you over. This is all going horribly wrong now. Right, so that is expired. It only lasts 1 round, doesn't it, Darren?
It did, yeah.
Right, that's expired. Right, Mr. Etigal.
Expired.
On a plus side, Andy, it's not undead. It's an undead giant crocodile.
Right, well, I'd better stab this crocodile, I think. Am I able to do that?
Mm-hmm. You are. You'll be at a disadvantage because you've lost your footing and the crocodile has you in its jaws. So you're literally doing that 20s action movie Tarzan thing where you're like trying to stab it in the head as it's got a hold of you.
Right, because I won't be able to break the grapple and attack it, will I?
No, you can do one or the other. If you had multi-attack, you could do both. But
Right.
rogues don't get a multi-attack, they just get one big, like, massive amount of damage.
Right, well, I think under the circumstances, I'd better just attack it.
Or shapeshift into a bear. That'll shock the shit out of it.
I'm saving that. I might need that later.
Are you a druid and a rogue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am indeed, yes. Oh, good grief.
No. So,
Right.
sadly, I think that
Hang
misses. Yeah, I can just drag the 11 on top of the crocodile. Right, it misses, unfortunately, due to the fact that you're being lashed. So you're stabbing about the head and muzzle, but not getting anywhere. Is there anything you want to do for your bonus action?
Can you cast a cantrip as a bonus action?
Only if it says bonus action on the cantrip.
Yeah.
Right, 2 seconds, and I just... No, bugger it.
Most of them aren't, I think. I think it's usually like if they're a support one.
No, I'm just going to sit there and be roundly chewed by a crocodile.
You're going to be worried like a dog, like,
Basically, yes.
Yeah, nice. I never thought just a bunch of normal crocodiles would be such problems. Sengo, it's your turn again. You are grabbed by the croc, as it were.
I'm gonna do a double-sworded attack, double-handed attack.
Right, you'll be at disadvantage.
Could this? If I do this, then I get me 3 moves, and one of those moves can be trying to get away. So I'm gonna do 2 hits and then get away.
So are you trying to break free first and then do 2 hits?
If I break free first, I'll not have 2 hits, will I? Because I've got to attack.
It counts as an attack.
Right. All right, okay.
But basically, if you break free last, you're at disadvantage until you attempt to break free. If you break free first...
Sorry. I didn't realise breaking free was an attack. I'll break free, then I've got 2 more attacks if I do break free successfully, so I'll try and break free.
The description reads that breaking a grapple can take the place of an attack, so I'm assuming that it's the same kind of thing. I could be wrong. That's
even...
Go on,
that's even better. So I'm going to try and break free. Is it still a 16?
It's a DC 16 because he's the big mammy jammy. That is literally the worst roll ever.
Why is it rolling with advantage?
Because you're raging. You get advantage on strength checks. And yeah, you still only rolled a 1 and a 3.
Wait a minute.
Woohoo! Right, you burst free from its jaws.
Like breathing heavily and looking really pissed off.
Yeah.
I slashed really hard with me 2-handed longsword. Oh, it's nearly in that 20 as well, did you say?
Yeah, right. Obviously, the effort of breaking free was enough to put you off. All right, so Rick.
Right. I think I'm going to cast that spell again.
Okay.
I've only got 2 slots, so I can only cast it twice. I think it was worth it. Right, casting that. You've made your save, though, on you.
So it doesn't take the damage, or?
It just doesn't take, the disadvantage.
Right. It still takes the stupid amount of damage.
It will take a 4d6.
Right, okay.
Providing I hit it. That is providing I hit it, of course.
I believe in you, Rick. Oh, maybe not. Right.
You cursed me.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to stop believing you. So is that your turn?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Right. Crocodile 1 is going to disengage and try and swim away as it got lashed. Andy, it lets go of you.
Right.
And it tries to swim away as it's just been barbecued by a wall of fire. So it's disengaging, so you don't get a free attack. So it's 2, 3, 4. That ends its turn. Crocodile 2 again. Crocodile's not used to seeing walls of fire. Disengages 1, 2, 3, 4. End of turn. Shashelian. You've just pulled your sword out and the crocodile starts to run away because Bracy tried to barbecue you all.
I've ready my bow. How many attacks will I have? Just 1?
No, the normal amount. Changing a weapon, if you look at your little cheat sheet, is called an interaction. So you can do 1. So you can pull your bow out and shoot at something.
Right, I'll shoot at the giant crocodile.
Go on then, with a flaming arrow. Do that heat metal thing. I dare you, Brissy.
Yeah.
Yes, he hits. It's a good hit. Nice. And your Hunter's Prey bonus as well. It's not Hunter's Mark, right? So the arrow sinks into it, piercing its tough hide. Roll again. You've never cast Hunter's Mark, Dave?
Oh, yeah, I'll just discard that then.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I thought I knew the shortcut to change it to a heal. Right. Dave hits with his second attack, doing 14 more damage. The crocodile looks extremely badly hurt. Goes, oh. Right. Is that the end of your turn, Dave?
Yeah.
Right. We are at McTavish.
Moonbeam, motherfucker!
Yeah, burn those spell slots. Okay. So you're casting Moonbeam on a giant crocodile. So you blew a wall of fire and now a Moonbeam. Okay, go for it. The crocodile saves, taking only half damage. But you do 9 more damage to the crocodile, which is very badly injured now. On its last legs, actually. And is that your turn finished?
Yeah, I hold it on its position.
Okay. Giant crocodile attempts to disengage and limp away. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Slopes off through the mud. Etergal.
I'll put an arrow into the giant crocodile. I think that's probably the best thing to do. For a bit. Sure.
Yeah, I've targeted it for you. It's easy for me to just drag and drop the target icon onto the beastie, so it takes me like less than a second.
Right. Hang on.
Yeah. Go twang. You are no longer grappled, so I'll take that off. There you go.
No.
No, you miss. So it bounces off its scaly hide. Is there anything else you want to do this turn?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Sengo.
Still fuming. He's gonna charge it.
You'll be charging straight at my moonbeam.
Yeah, and he's in tangle.
And, well, that'll have dropped by now.
Oh, it was a concentration.
Yeah.
Where's Moonbeam?
Directly on top of where the crocodile was in front of you.
Yeah.
So that's sort of like one square up, then sort of like west.
Probably skip to one side and then charge it.
So I can go on.
I'll drop a moonbeam right on the where it is. That's right, in it, Bracey?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can just go straight up. Don't need to run through a Moonbeam. And then attack it.
Right, you run up in a frenzy, even though the creature is injured and trying to run. Go on.
Do I have advantage since it's behind?
Yeah, I'll let you have advantage. Woohoo. Right, there's a flurry of blows, a lot of swearing, and spittle and blood flying from Sengo. Right, you strike it, and how do you slay the giant crocodile?
Where about approximately am I? It's like side. I'm going to sort of like slice it open, like a deep cut into it, and then sort of like run up the side of it and sort of like open its stomach up, revealing some of its former kills.
Right, and its guts all spill out onto the...
yeah, fucking sausages all over my feet and that.
Drops dead. Right, Rick. The crocodile is fallen dead. The other two smaller crocodiles are running for it.
I would like to target this one. Did that work?
It did.
Right, I'm Eldritch blasting it from afar.
With double Eldritch blast. So you hold out one arm, you go pew. You hold out the other hand, and go pew. Awesome. It hits.
Damage for me. Okay, damage. Oh, I've killed it.
And how do you kill it with your pew pew lasers?
Complete blast it, and it just goes up in a puff of purple smoke and fire.
Is that fire damage?
No, it's force damage actually. So I blast it apart, I suppose.
Oh, because no, if it was fire damage, I'd make you roll the d6
No,
to see if it
It
exploded.
explodes with 80 special effects. Just all those sparks. Boom!
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to target the other one then for my second one.
Right. Okay.
Does that work? I don't know why I can't tell. Yes, it does. Right. Okay, and it's attack if I do this. Why did?
Because you still have target one crocodile. I've removed it now. It's okay. Crocodile 2 hits.
Right, and damage.
Right.
Not dead.
7. No, that. Oh no, crocodile 2 is like barely limping along. You've like, it's all blackened and burned all along its back where it can hardly move. It's on.
I want some new shoes.
It's on 1 hit point. Right. Crocodile 1, you are deceased, dead, pining for the fjord. Crocodile 2 pathetically crawls 1 square on 1 hit point. Shashalin.
I shoot that bloody crocodile.
We have no sympathy for these
We
beasts.
have no sympathy for crocodiles. We don't. He hits. Sorry, did I sound surprised there? I really should sound impartial, shouldn't I? Right, Dave, how do you kill this one?
Straight through the mouth, up into its brain.
Straight through the, it's running away from you, so you go through its arsehole, through the body and into its mouth.
Ricochets off its teeth.
I give it all
It
enough.
dies with a very surprised look on its face.
It goes, oh, and then drops dead.
I'm not entirely certain what a surprised crocodile looks like.
One with an arrow up its arsehole. That's what a surprised crocodile looks like.
Oh, it dies. I speak to it with beast tongue, and it goes, "No lube."
Of course, it's got lube, blood.
Right. After
Can we
that,
skin them?
can you skin them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a survival check.
Crocodile sticks.
DC 15 hard. Hard. It's yeah. Okay, you skin crocodiles.
Has this big one come out of a lair somewhere else?
They were kind of submerged in this swamp, so not over there. Because you were like, I want some treasure. That's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's just a crocodile, I'm afraid. It doesn't have a hidden pouch anywhere, as Dave's arrow can tell you. Right, so we're skinning crocodiles then. Dave fails on one of them. Right, what was that, Andy? Sorry?
While they're skinning crocodiles, can I bind me wounds?
You certainly can. Use your medical kit thing.
Aye, so that'll be 1d6 plus 10.
So 15.
Yeah, so that should remove them 13 wounds, shouldn't it?
That completely removes your wounds and you're back to full.
Champion. I should just...
Sengo's lightly wounded. Rick's quite badly wounded for a change.
Right. Well, I can bind Rick's wounds as well.
Shashalian's
So-
lightly wounded with 3 points of damage.
Well, I won't say no.
Right. Well,
To a life binding.
it's 1d6 plus 4 plus your maximum hit dice.
Yeah, what I'll have to do is I'll have to create item.
So that's 7 plus his hit dice.
Hit dice will be 7, I think.
So 14. Oh, so Rick feels much better, and he's only got 3 hit points missing after that.
It's a light graze.
If anybody else needs healing, just give us a nod.
Is anybody else multi-classed? Or is it just Etrigal?
Just me, I think.
I thought you were.
Me? No, it's just a warlock. But it's a hex blade.
Oh, I thought you took something else now.
No, not yet. Might do. Never do.
But Andy, add a hail, and it's 1d6 plus
Hit dice?
7 currently, yeah?
1d6 plus 4 plus whoever's maximum hit dice.
My maximum hit dice will be 7 because it's 1 per
Well,
level.
everybody's got 7, so I'll just put it in for now. So there, Andy, you've now got a healing kit. You should just be able to target them and hit the little heal button if you press the tennis racket, and it should automatically roll it. And then we'll just have to manually add the +1 in when you level up.
Hang on, I'm just... Oh, all right, yes, I say.
Yeah, I've just added that for you.
Oh, champion top.
So you can target Sengor, who's got 7 hit points missing, and give it a shot
Right.
and see if it
Hang on.
works.
Hang on, let's have a bash at this. Right, so we're a minute. Target Sengo,
Yeah,
and then call up that and hit the hail button.
yeah, there you go. He's fully healed. Awesome sauce.
Nice one.
Feels so much better having been given first aid.
Well, it's better than second aid.
Not as well as third base, though, is it? Warm up the pie.
Right, so after this, Davey manages to completely shag a load of crocodile skins up, manages to succeed at 1. So you've got a crocodile skin, Dave. Are you going to make some boots or something like?
Yep, probably.
Right, so I guess that you have a look around. Well, Wee Rab has a look around. There's no lair, they're just crocodiles. Upon closer examination, it appears that these smaller crocodiles are of the same breed as the big one, and rather than them actually being normal crocodiles, it looks like there were small versions of the big one, so that must have been the mummy. Because Dave, gets really in there with these Bowie knife skinning these crocodiles. So can you please make me a survival with advantage then to re-pick the trail up?
Oh, was that all of us?
Right, well, only one person's supposed to be running with advantage, but...
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all right. You can either roll separately or, you can roll...
Yeah.
One person can help another person. You manage to pick the trail up, however, because basically what happens is if you fail to make your tracking rolls, you get an encounter, which is why you run into a bunch of giant crocodiles. So you missed all of the fun ones, sadly. That was the most normal of them.
Oh.
Right, you follow the tracks, and ahead of you, the sound of murmuring and hissing voices rises above the droning of insects. Several carts fitted with sled rails are being pulled by giant snails with thick appendages protruding from their heads. Most of the carts carry lizard folk of various ages and sizes, but 2 of them bear cages. Each cage contains 4 humans, and you recognise 4 of them by their uniform as the soldiers you were sent to rescue. A tall lizard folk addresses the 50 or so of his fellows, and they scatter, performing the tasks of setting up camp. A larger, bestial-looking lizard folk moves closer to the leader, as if waiting for directions.
You say 50 of them?
Yeah.
But it's women and children, you said, didn't you? Or they're all soldiers?
No, there's not like 50 soldiers. There's women, children, soldiers.
So we wait till it gets dark and creep in and rescue the hostages.
Yeah.
I don't think we should take this on. What? He's always... What?
Yeah, I'm always doing things like that. What's even better is I have a weird-ass map for you.
I really should have took Eyes of the Runekeeper because then that would have just been deciphered.
Yeah, you certainly should have.
Oh my guys.
Right, as of at the moment, they haven't spotted you because you've been following this trail and you sort of crouched in some bushes. And I can even drop, I'll turn that off the language that they speak, and I can even drop this so you can read it yourselves. That's the wrong bit, but you get the idea. It's just getting really good at the other one, and it's a whole learning experience on this one as well now. So, gentle people, you bear with me a second, as per usual. Can I drop that on there? Aha!
Yeah.
bar. So, do we have any idea what?
Oh, it's just that, right? Okay. I think we've got to do what you said. Actually, try and hide and then sneak in later. We can't fight that many at once. I know there's not 50 soldiers, but
Alternatively, we just go back to town and tell them, unfortunately, we were too late and the lizard folk ate them. And then just hope none of them escape.
There is that. No, I do have a map somewhere, and I thought I had added it to the story. Which
either that or we try and kill them from afar so that they're not prisoners anymore.
I was just thinking that myself. If we're going to fill them full of arrows, then we go home and say, oh, they're all dead.
Wouldn't be lying.
Yeah, so technically...
Or we could intimidate them into letting the prisoners go.
They're massive lizard folk. I just felt like...
I could just burn Moonbeam with more lightning and kill all the lizards.
awesome sauce. I have found the map. And you're kind of crouched in the corner. So bear with, because this should... Yeah, this has got the line of sight on. You're going to love this. Not a lot. Right, lads. So this is what we see as you are crouched in the bush, in some bushes in that corner. Those are trees in front of you, which is why the trunks are blocking line of sight.
Look at all those snail trails. I wonder if that's flammable.
So it's totally up to you how you wish to proceed.
I think the most important thing to do, first of all, is to hide.
Sorry. Which one's got the prisoners in that we can see, Rich?
Both of those are the ones that are dragging cages. There's 4 people in each one. The soldiers are in the far one, and there's another 4 humans that you don't recognise, but they're wearing like civilian clothes, so not armour and things like that, in the closer one.
The more grown-up lizards, the ones that we can see, what are they armed with?
Generally spears and crude hide or reed shields, heavy clubs, javelins, and a spiked shield.
Is snail slime flammable?
I knew we should have bought a load of salt. Could have disabled those snails.
That pink snail, does that look like a completely different species of snail? The one that's like blue and pink?
No, but it does seem to have a different colouring. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry. Yeah, you've got normal snails, and then you've got some of these snails with the weird appendages on that kind of thrash about.
I can't see that.
I know
pink one.
It's on the map.
It must be in one of the ones that's blocked in my line of sight.
Yeah. So I'm just adding some stuff to the map.
Do we know if there's swamp gases in this area?
One way to find out.
That's what I'm thinking. Can we just, chuck on a barbecue and see what happens?
Right, okay. Right. Like I said, there's around 50, but there's a bunch of warriors. There's a guy who looks like he's in charge. There's several of these weird-looking snail things. And they appear to be setting up a camp. So have you got a common plan for this?
How many adults can we see?
You can
see 5 warriors.
You can say 5 warriors, I think.
And then like 1 in the middle of the 2 snails.
The unidentified creature.
Aye.
Actually, no, there should be 6 warriors. That's my fault.
It's hissy.
I didn't put them on.
Have we got any dynamite?
And kerosene.
That would be useful.
Well, we've got a chromatic orb if it goes off.
Does that work the same?
Oh, it'll go off, Andy. It's just it doesn't normally hit something. If you want to make a nature check, then I'll tell you whether you can smell swamp gas.
Right, hang on.
If anybody wants to make a nature check. It does stink around here, particularly around the snails, but it doesn't smell like it's got that flammable swamp gas around it. Dave, you can't tell. How come you're a ranger with like no skill in nature? Isn't that a bit of an oxymoron?
Put them in
you
other
calling
things.
a moron?
Look at it. Look at that line of sight there, lads. You can't see through the tree trunks. It's great. Right, so what's the plan? Are you're huddling in some bushes, presumably whispering and observing this from a distance?
On the other.
Well, I don't reckon it's worth doing anything until it gets dark and they've set up camp.
Yep.
Because I don't fancy taking on 6 warriors and them 2 snails, because they're obviously creatures. And judging by the picture, I bet them appendages are like morning stars.
Could be like eye stalks from like beholders.
They're probably going to put the prisoners in the middle of the village, I would reckon. We could observe till it gets darkish and then see how they set it up.
Yeah.
We can't poison their water supply.
You want to crouch in a muddy puddle until dark, so about 4.5 hours, is that correct?
It's a rest, isn't it? Short rest.
Right, who wants to determine the fate of the party?
That's a disturbing phrasing.
Isn't it just?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Roll a d12, please.
I was thinking of stealthing.
No, just roll a d12. 6. Oh, shit.
In the middle.
Right, so
Well, if I die, I've got another character in mind. So.
we are looking at a clock face. Right, suddenly there is a lot of hissing and gesturing in the camp, and from 6 o'clock over this way, you see this hideous creature. It's larger than a man. Parts of its skin hang off, exposing the muscle and the tissue underneath.
So kind of like a zombie, whatever it is.
And it comes from the south. It comes lumbering through the swamp. As one of the lizard people spot it,
It's a rot troll. Lovely.
and they start screaming and hissing and gesticulating. If you'd rolled a 7, Bracey, it would have come out right on top of you. Right, so the creature hasn't seen you lot. Let's have a roller. A 2 has not seen you with its thingy. So it lumbers round and starts lumbering towards the cages. The lizard men are gesticulating wildly. Some of them seem to have fallen to their knees, and as if they're praying to a deity. And the forming defensive spear formations. One of them runs over to the cages. It looks like he's going to try and open the cages or whatever. How fast do these things move?
If he's going to open the cages, presumably he's either going to release the prisoners or he's going to open the cages to use the prisoners as a sacrifice.
Or you might want to eat them.
Right, I'm going to roll from initiatives now, so because you've only got, I'll give you like one or two rounds to act as this thing has started to walk towards the cages. As
I'll
it hasn't
shoot
seen
it.
you.
Hang on. Well,
Shoot it, yeah.
I think that from their reaction to it. Can I have I've got like an intuitive roll, something like an insight roll.
An insight roll is indeed an intuitive roll, yes.
Basically, are they acting like fuck me? What is that? Or yay, it's whatever it is. It's turned up and it's going into the prison.
Go on then, give us an insight roll. Ooh, right. They appear to be terrified of the thing, and like the women and the children are running for the backs of the snails. They're dropping like the things to make the tents and the fire pits and things. They're just dropping them and running for the snails while the other warriors are moving forward into a defensive posture. Rick,
We could be like the heroes here.
Yeah, this might sound mad, lads, but there's no, definite thing that these, whatever they are actually hostile to us. They might have took the guards prisoners, but we don't know what's happened for them to take them prisoners.
Yeah,
if we
I agree.
kill this beastly, whatever it is, it might put us in good favour, or we might be able to get them released.
Yeah,
without
that's what
having
I was
them
edging
fight.
at. Absolutely. So we can come across as the heroes and then they'll embrace us in the community as their heroes, saviours. Let's go and get it.
It's a gamble, but
All right.
all
Yeah.
right.
I say Shash should unleash some arrows at it whilst we're running towards it.
Right, hold on then, because for some reason the rock troll is highlighted and it should not be. Rick, round
Right, well,
2.
if we are going to be doing that, then I will shoot it with some Eldritch Blast. And I have 120 feet on Eldritch Blast, so I believe I'm fine to shoot it from there.
It is 105 feet away.
I am indeed fine to. Did I do that right? Oh, I have so much problem with this. Can you tell me if I've targeted that?
You did have. You've untargeted. I'll target it for you. There you go.
Why am I shit at that?
I don't know.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Go watch it in the combat tracker. If you watch it in the combat tracker, it tells you if you're on it or not.
Yeah.
Nice, I haven't got that one open. Right, okay.
I always have the combat tracker
Yeah,
up and then
you should have the combat tracker on.
I missed that one.
Alright, so you do your Iron Man thing where you go pew pew and miss.
Yeah, and then I'll try it again. Bloody hell.
And another miss. Sorry, Rick. Anything else you're doing?
No.
Move towards it, Rick.
You think?
Well, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Alright, okay. 1, 2, 3. That's as far as I can get.
Right, the giant mutated lizard man thing moves around to the side and it steps in front of the women and the children. Sengo, you're next.
I'm going to run to 1, 4, 5, 6, the same square as Rick.
You've got 40
Standing
feet
next.
movement, remember?
I'm on the
Oh,
dwarf.
that's 8, isn't it then?
Yeah.
Right, there you go then. So 8 there, and then I'm going to. So what's that? The distance.
You can use your action to dash and move another 8, but that's your action for the turn, so you can't attack or anything. Or you could throw a javelin.
I was gonna do a javelin.
Right, okay, that's cool.
Let's just have a look at me javelin. Right, throwing range is 30 to 120. So what does that mean?
That means you roll disadvantage.
Right, I thought so.
Because you're over 30.
Right.
Look at you learning rules and everything.
I know. And that one in it. Waste of a javelin.
Yeah, it goes sploosh into the...
Nearly hits a lizard folk.
Now that you've got closer to it, Rick and Single, you can see that the thing seems to be exuding an awful, like, greenish purple aura that sort of, like, pulses around it.
Like necrotic.
Doesn't that sound fun? Right.
Tell you what, you can get some antibiotics for that, you know.
Right. The guy moves up next to that big mutated one, Shashalian.
Run away from it, it's got the clap.
Can I use the roll that I rolled? Or do I have to re-roll the hit again?
No, you can't roll. You've got to target it and roll. Sorry. I mean, if you're saying you're just opening fire on the thing straight away, as soon as you lay eyes on it, then you can use that roll. In which case, it's already aware of you and it'll start moving towards you.
Yeah, because apparently you're grappled.
Anyway.
Oh, you're still grappled, yeah. Right. So an arrow thunks into the thing and it bellows and turns. And as you're running towards it, Sengo and Rick, it's turned and starts running towards you. Right, go on then, Dave. So you can do a multi-attack for this turn. Oh, he's on fire. Arrows fly from his bow like a machine gun. Oh, it's a big hit. But the troll seems barely phased by it. What are you doing? Are you doing anything for your bonus action, Dave?
I'm moving forward. I've got to move with 6, so that's 6 squares then.
No, you've got 30 foot, which is 6 squares, yeah. Are you sure you're moving in the right direction? Because you are moving towards the monster.
Yeah.
You should have worded.
Fucking yes.
Because aren't trolls only damaged by fire or something like that?
Right, the beast, but alerted by Dave's thing.
Tend to be regenerative, don't they?
5, 6. Comes running towards you and is doing a holding this action because it can't get to you. Sadly, this turn. Edigal. Shashalian seems to have lost his goddamn mind and is charging towards the monster.
Just give us a second. I'll sort this bloody map out. It keeps pinging off. Right, I need to move and then fire.
You can hide behind the tree, the trunk of that tree, the tree of that trunk, the trunk of that tree.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Yeah, that's great. Right, I'll fire then move if that's all right.
Yes, you may be at disadvantage on your short bow. What's the range?
Oh, no. Wait a minute. No, I'll
75
move
foot.
I'll move first.
Behind the tree trunk, yeah.
I can still say it, and I'm not using my short bow. I'm casting.
Right, okay, go on. You're determined to hit with this spell, aren't you?
Oh, just the once. It's the cast button, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Oh, you're joking.
I don't think you've ever hit with it, have you?
Once.
Right, so you hold your hands out and cast arcane symbols and your fingers twiddle and the thing just flies off into the distance.
Yep. Well, in that case, my bonus action, I am going to stealthily hide behind that tree.
Behind the tree trunk. Yes, you are. Right. We Rob McTavish.
I'm going to move down slightly.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast heat metal on Davy's arrows.
Okay. I do appreciate you burning all of those high-level spell slots on 19 hit point crocodiles, by the way.
Well, I didn't know how much points I had. Yeah.
But it was funny for the fact that you almost blew the party up, so there was that. Right, so you cast that. Is there anything else you can do this turn? It'll be an action, so you've got your bonus action, I guess.
I whip out my staff and cast Shillelagh.
You can't cast 2 spells in a turn.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, change it with giant crocodile.
I whip me fucking tail up and flash the troll to make it angry.
Right, okay. Right, these warriors are running over and they seem to be shouting at the snails with the appendages, which are moving forward but are taking up defensive positions. And that is end of turn. Rick, you are up. Oh, you've burnt all of your spell slots as well, haven't you?
I only had 2.
Didn't we take a long rest in that bush?
No.
Did we take a short rest?
Oh, right. No, that thing came instead, didn't it, man?
Yeah, we didn't even take a short rest.
No.
Which is a shame because I do get them back on a short rest. And
Well,
no,
did we
it's
take a
worth it.
short rest, Richard? Did that thing
No,
come
he didn't
immediately?
take. He didn't take a short rest. Yeah, you actually
Right.
have to
Oh, okay.
rest. You have to rest. Sitting in a bush for 4 hours doesn't count as resting. You actually have to
Hey,
sit
That
down,
sounds like a
make
mint rest.
a cup of tea, have a biscuit, read through the paper, that kind of thing.
right, 6 damage
Cup of Bovril.
Hurrah! You blast it with your force.
and a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice one.
So you Iron Man, pew pew pew. Look at all of the damages. Excellent.
18 damage in a turn. That's much better.
Yeah. 18 damage. The troll looks slightly hurt.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Why does he say excellent? I don't trust his excellent.
Sengo, you're up next.
Oh, I should have bloody cursed it.
Right, I take it I'm not raging anymore, am I?
No.
Right, well, I'm raging.
Right, well, you already rage. Actually, no, I'll knock it off and then press the button so that it uses your rage up. So you shout, Beast, I'm going to rage!
Ah, fucking bloody punk! Take out me shield. I think I need me shield after last little link. No, fuck it. I'm gonna run.
Two-handed. You do it, son.
I'm gonna run to it there, and I'm going to start slicing.
Slicing and dicing, nice. Right, are you using your mighty blows as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. I forgot about them.
Right, so there's a flurry of blows and bits of this disgusting, decaying rot troll creature fall off it, and it looks awful. Is that your turn? Just hacking and slicing and dicing?
Pretty much.
Right, awesome. Hisan, again, they're holding positions that looks like they're trying to hold off just so the women and children can escape. Shashelian.
Do not miss your shot, David.
He's got marksman, he can't. As long as he can see the creature, he can roll. I think it's as long as it's got less than complete cover, he can hit it. So he can just shoot by.
You'll get an extra 2d8 on due to fire damage for heat metal, and that's per turn.
I missed.
He missed.
Fuck's sake, Davey.
Shouldn't have said I would have hit.
It's not his fault. He rolled the dice, right? So this red hot arrow goes sizzling through the air, and he misses for the second. Oh my god!
Well, I ain't casting that again.
Sorry, Dave. So sorry. Right, so a red hot arrow whistles past you, and then the second one goes. Are you doing anything with your bonus action, Dave? Just crying, dabbing the tears from your cheek.
Snaps his bow.
Runs away. Rage
He runs away from wee Rob, who's about to kick him in the arse.
Right, are you finished your turn?
Yeah.
Right, okay. You're in combat range now, Sengo, I believe. So it moves slightly forward, so it's within 5 feet of you. And then
I welcome it to move forward, Richard.
It slashes out with both awful claws and with its bite attack. It hits. You're not going to like this. Right, so you take 16 damage from the bite, and then each claws, it hits with the first claw, and you take further damage. The second claw lashes out.
Jesus.
Missing. That ends its turn. Now the bad news. The
aura.
The purple-green aura seems to burn and singe your skin. You take a further 9 damage from standing into the aura, thus ending its turn.
Rancid degeneration.
Yeah. Sengo, it took almost half your hit points in one turn. Ethical.
Sorry. Yes, right. Well, we'll move a bit, I think.
You can get advantage from your stealth attack, or, well...
You can't get advantage on casting spells, though, can you?
No. I think, can you get advantage to hit with a spell? You can't you, Rick? Because it's an attack. If it's an attack spell, you can't get an advantage on a spell that you get a save. I don't see why you...
I think it depends on what you're using, but yeah.
Yeah. If it's to hit, you can, yeah.
All right.
I'm bloody well going to fire this bloody thing I'm going to hit.
Well, in that case, because it is that sort of thing, do I hit the cast or the attack button?
You hit advantage button first in the bottom corner.
Yes.
And then just hit attack. And it should, fingers crossed, do it automatically. There you go. Fuck's sake, Andy.
Yeah, that's took the words right out of me.
I mean, you and Dave, right? You should just like walk off, sit down, like start making a campfire, brewing tea up, as the sad music plays. Dun 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 dun. And you duck presumably back behind the tree trunk.
Yes.
Because those are leaves, so they're in the air. So you would have to move back to there,
right,
to get the tree trunk.
If it was up to me, I would break me finger and walk off.
Right, wait, Rob. Sengo has took a hell of a beating here.
I think I'm going to have to cast healing word on him.
Oh, and he's gone to the Harry the Healing Haggis icon ready.
Well, it won't heal him this turn though, will it?
Yeah, if you cast it on top of him.
I'm just trying to work it. What's going to give the most? It's only right. The Healing Haggis is only going to do 1d6.
If you cast it as a second level spell. If you cast it as a third level spell, it does more. And if you cast it as a fourth level spell, it does more again.
Well, I've got no fourth level spells left.
Yeah, but you showed those crocodiles, right?
Fucking dumb, mate.
If you cast it as a third level spell, it'll heal 2d6, but that's every round for 10 rounds.
Can I cast the Healing Haggis and tell it to follow us and like basically?
No, you have to use a bonus action to move it.
Well, yeah, but I can use my bonus action to follow Sengo and heal him every round.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll do that then. I will cast Healing Spirit.
Right. Emerging from the Feywild comes Harry, the Healing Haggis. He gently caresses you, Sengo. Is it a second or third level spell?
It's a second, but I'll cast as a third.
Okay.
Because otherwise, he's going to get fucking mullered.
Right, that is...
And I'll keep it out of the troll's aura.
They can't actually take damage. I believe they can be dispelled, but they can't.
Right, okay.
They can't take damage. Right, Sengo, Harry the Healing Haggis comes over and goes, see you, Jimmy, and you feel a little better. Right. Is that your finish your turn?
Yeah.
That's actually on top of Sengo, but if we drop the token on top of him, it'll disappear, you see. Actually, no, fuck it doesn't matter. Right, okay, the creatures, nothing, because they're just defending. Go through those. End of round 3, Rick Fellhammer.
Okay.
Maybe we should have let this BC engage the little bastard first.
Hey, you want to be the hero?
I didn't fight first.
Right, I'm going to move to there.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to actually remember that I've got Hexblade's cursed. Let's see if this works when I press effect. I've cursed the rock troll. That is like my special ability that I never remembered to have. So I'll get a bonus to damage roll against the cursed target, which is proficiency bonus, and my attacks are crits on 19 or 20.
Well, it says cursed on my screen, so
yeah, it does. So we'll see what it does. I probably will now miss.
No, stop missing so much. I feel bad for you. Oh, for God's sake!
Right, and once more. That's better.
That's a hit. Right. It takes 5 force damage. And what else does curse do?
Well, it gives it a bonus in my proficiency. Damage is a bonus equals to my proficiency bonus. My proficiency bonus being +3, so another 3 damage to it.
Okay.
For some reason, it didn't work.
It says it's cursed, but it hasn't done anything.
No, it didn't do the damage, did it? But yeah,
No.
+3. Thank you.
And I should be able to just drop that on there. And it goes, 64.
You bastard.
Right, Rick. Sengo, you are blasted from...
I'm going to try a mighty strike.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Grasping it in both hands, you take a mighty swing at the beast, doing 25 slashing damage.
Wow.
You chop a great chunk off the troll.
I'm going to have another go. Oh, I was nearly a 20.
You miss with a second. And your third, the flurry of blows and activities. That's miss with a second. The third.
Right. Hold on to your butts.
Yeah. Shashelian.
I'll do an aim shot and then see how it goes.
Okay. So you draw the arrow out of your cheek. Take careful aim. You hit. Nice.
Yeah,
All the damages. 19. Nice. The troll looks heavily injured now.
And I'll go for another aim shot at it.
Go on then. Hits again.
Nice.
Oh, nice. 23 damage. The thing looks incredibly badly injured. Its skin is sloughed off. The purple aura's flickering around it, but he hasn't put it down, unfortunately. It's the troll's turn. Right, it bites at you, Sengo. It hits. It claws. It hits with the first claw. It
I'm dating it if it hits us.
hits with the second claw.
Oh.
Sengo goes down.
But the haggis is on, isn't it?
The haggis is on you, yes.
So it can get this. This is gonna die soon. This surely.
Right. Unfortunately, you automatically fail a death save because you're in its necrotic aura. So you're 2 death saves away from actual full-on death. Right.
That's all right. I'm gonna get healed of the haggis, man.
You are. Etigal.
Bit of movement first, I think.
Dispatch this motherfucker, Trigoman.
Right.
Switch to magic missile, dude.
Oh, what,
Fucking aye. It's fucking. It's another
what
weight.
the hell?
Come on, Andy. With advantage. You can do it. We believe in you. No, I'm going to stop saying that because like every time I say I believe in people.
Oh, stop cursing everybody with your dark magics.
Advantage. Drop
How
in
the
here.
hell can you roll 15 with advantage and miss it?
I'm just checking.
It must-
Oh, no.
the thing is
It's got a
16,
really...
isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a really good AC. You just
Oh,
missed,
okay.
Andy. Sorry, mate.
All right. Right, well, hang on. It'll have to be the old hiding lot again. So I'll just put myself back behind that tree
Yeah.
and roll me stealth. Right, hang on. Where's me stealth? There's me stealth.
Okay. You
Right.
hide behind the tree. Right, Rab, I'll just roll for Harry the Healing Haggis. He reaches down and caresses you, Sengo. He caresses you gently.
Harry teabags Sengo. Yeah.
Sengo wakes up. Sengo wakes up on 4 hit points.
That's enough to kill this motherfucker. If anybody else misses.
Right, so Harry is bending over you, Sengo. You are lying prone on the floor, however.
We're like gently caressing his chest.
Yeah. It's like, wake up, Jimmy. See you. See ya.
May the light of the Lord shine upon you.
Fucking lazy bastard.
Wakey, wakey.
Yeah, I can drag player you are prone. Yeah. Right, so, Bracy, Harry the Healing Haggis has done his thing. It's up to you. What's your turn now?
I think it's thinking on. I need to check if it's a configuration. If it is, I think it is. I'm gonna have to keep it. Keep it up. Yeah, it's concentration. Not a lot I can do. I'll have to concentrate on keeping the haggis up.
You can use a sling.
Can I?
Concentration means you can't cast another concentration spell. So,
Alright.
so Moonfire is a concentration spell. So if you cast Moonfire, it automatically cancels the haggis out.
Okay, I'll.
So I believe you can actually cast another spell as long as it's not a concentration spell.
I think most of mine are. I'll have a whip at wrestling with the troll.
You can do it. You may be at disadvantage, however. 60 foot.
Probably.
Yeah, roll at disadvantage then. I just so want Andy and Davey to hit now, because, like, you miss. Well, it was worth a go. Creatures. End of turn. Rick.
Okay. It is actually still cursed because it lasts for a minute, which is 6 rounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just, let's see. That hits.
It's a good hit.
8 damage plus 3.
You put it down. How do you put this thing down with your
Completely hopefully blast it into tiny little rotten chunks of horrid troll meat.
Yeah. It's already fallen apart and decaying, as you can probably see by the appearance of the token there. So when you strike it, it literally blasts it apart, and arms and legs and muscles and guts and everything just fall about. Shower Sengo and all sorts of disgusting ickiness.
Also, if the cursed target dies, I regain hit points equal to my warlock level and my charisma modifier. So I should regain the 3 hit points that I've lost.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Thank you. I can't do it, unfortunately. I do not.
There you go. You're back to full hit points.
Yay.
Right.
My curse worked.
The foul creature dies. It exploded into hideous radioactive chunks everywhere, all over Singo.
That's what you need prestidigitation for.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you do?
I'm just gonna sit under this haggis for a while and get healed of it.
Okay.
So how many turns is it there for? 10.
It's there for 10 turns.
So it's been through 2, so it's got another 8. So what healing would I pick up after those 8 turns?
Right, well I can do it. You just have to bear with us. 1.
Right.
2. I have a button, but I only do it a turn at a time. It's kind of annoying. 3. See how awesome Harry the Healing Haggis is.
All right.
Right, so there you go. You are barely injured at the end of this.
However,
However,
then go sort of like jumps back up and starts shadow boxing like fucking out angers just to flesh round.
did you pull a face like that, like Jack did when he got hit in the face by his £7? You're like, as you went down, you would get like, oh, and you went down, and then you jumped up and be like, no, I'm fine. Just watered off. Watered off.
Like looking around as if like nobody saw it out. I was just catching my breath, lads. I wasn't really dead.
Right, so the main guy and this big mutated looking like Mongo of a lizard man, Mongo, come over and are surrounded by the warriors and one of the snails. The snails are obviously the ones that are not tethered, are kind of driven as like attack dogs.
Combat snails.
And they attempt to speak to you first in their... Right, you're dead, son, so you can bugger off. They attempt to speak to you first in their native tongue until eventually the leader calls one forward and one speaks in the absolute worst common that you've ever heard. And he seems to be translating for the leader. He steps forward and says... Thank you, Pink Skin. You have killed Demon.
More of a purple, but all right.
And he sort of
charisma.
He sort of looks backwards and forwards to you to see who may be the leader.
I'll say. So, what is this great deed worth then to your people?
I don't know if that's. Do we want to start like that?
We've said it now.
Yeah, we've done it.
He chats backwards and forwards between him and the leader, and obviously some of your words are a little bit more advanced than his knowledge of common. And he says, "You help us."
We did.
And then
we did indeed.
After more translation backwards and forwards, he says, "What do you want?"
We want the pink skins, the other pink skins you got in the cages.
He says, "Pink skins, more demons, come take children."
So you want us to protect you against the other demons then?
He says, the pink skins, we leave for demons. If you can kill demons, then we won't need them anymore.
Sacrifice to appease the demons.
Thus have we already killed this demon? So you can see that we killed demons, so you may as well release the pink skins to us.
We only need the 4 soldiers.
He holds his three clawed fingers up and then puts one finger down and says, "Demons."
So there's 3 demons.
No, 2 left.
Yeah, 2 left, 3 in total. So
where are the demons?
Yeah, he indicates out in the swamp and he says, home is the best word he can come up with for swamp, and sort of like indicates around the swamp.
If we can take out your demons, we can have the pink skins back.
He speaks with the chieftain again and then nods vigorously.
Well, looks like we know what we've got to go and do.
We're going to have a rest first.
Aye.
We only need the 4 soldiers though, don't we?
We're trying to rescue all of them.
Well, now that they can see you, the other guys shouting are like, please rescue us. We're merchants from up the coast. We can pay for our rescue. Ransom, sir, ransom.
Ooh.
That's more like it.
Aye.
However, you did see the track where the rot troll came from, in which direction it came. So I'm sure Dave wouldn't have any trouble following the tracks further.
Yeah.
We do need a rest though, don't we? Because we need to recharge spells and that.
Oh, aye, badly.
Definitely do with the 2 short rest at least.
Does all of your spells recharge if you have a short rest?
No.
Most people are long rest. Warlocks are short rests, but that's because we only have 2 spell slots.
So what do we want to do, lad? Shall we take a long rest?
Most people need a long rest. Why don't we shout over to the lizards and say, right, we camp here for the night. You watch our backs, we watch your backs, and in the morning we go off and we slaughter your other demons for you.
I've just realised.
Sounds good, Rick.
If Sango had casted fairy fire on that rock troll, Andy's spell would have hit, wouldn't it?
No, Fairy Fire grants advantage on all attacks.
I thought I'd give a boat like
Not in 5th edition. Everything is basically advantage disadvantage to cut down on all the maths.
So if I cast Fairy Fire, everybody's got advantage on attacks.
Yes.
I
But he
did
had
not know that.
double advantage. Double advantage.
No, you can't, unfortunately.
I think we need to try and.
Although the head guy at D&D was running a convention game where the guy was playing Minsk from Baldur's Gate, and he was trying to carry 3 people up a cliff like Fezzik in The Princess Bride, and he was like, right, in that case, I'm going to give you double disadvantage. And he rolled like 3 18s or something. And it was like, today is the day that the man who runs Dungeons and Dragons invented double disadvantage and was beaten by the player. It was class. He says, yes. And they seem extremely grateful.
Right.
They will happily provide you food and lodgings, but they kind of eat like Klingon, like live food, like gar. So you're quite happy to share some of their food if you want.
Yeah, I'm a druid. I don't give a shit.
Druids will probably be able to turn into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a note of the giant mutated lizard and the snails, just in case I need to turn into one of them.
So I will make them
Likewise.
not hostile anymore. And basically you spend a pleasant evening eating live food, presumably. And unfortunately, as it's 10 to 10, we probably won't get the next map. I mean, we can if you want, but I don't know how much.
I'd probably prefer to leave. Well, certainly for my perspective, just because I'm up early for work.
Yeah, no problem. So
Before we're finished, could I just do one thing while we're camping?
certainly.
Can I saunter over to where these 4 soldiers are in the cage and just inquire as to why they're so crap as to have got captured?
He says, well, there is a lot of them, you know, and they've got those mad snail things, them bloody snails. They're like, they crush armour and break bones with them flails they've got on their heads.
We didn't seem to have any trouble talking to them. You could have tried being polite. Now we've got to go off and slaughter undead things on your behalf.
He says, I'm very grateful. I do think he, and the merchant's like, please, ransom, sir, ransom. The lizard's like, we let Pinkskins go when Damon's dead, kind of thing. So they're like whining and like, please, let us out.
I'll turn me back on them and look at the merchants and go, yeah.
Hold
that thought. We'll discuss that later.
Over the pints that you're going to buy us.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So
a large bag of gold you're going to give us.
As you have a nice long rest, he says, long rest, boom. As you have a nice long rest and the sun sets and you prepare to set out in the morning, presumably Dave will put some stakes down so he knows where the rot troll came from. And then we'll try and hunt them down next session.